All right, it is, oh gosh. It is Thursday, July 18th, 2024. And I woke up at the RV stop, no problems. It was great, slept fine, no mice interruptions. I did dream of a lot of flies around me, so obviously that's becoming an issue. But anyway, I woke up, went to the bank to pay my rent, went to Target to get some tape. And then I found out why I was in a slump yesterday and why I felt bad. It's because I got my period for the first time in 6 months. So lucky me. I get to deal with that on the road. I don't know what that says. Maybe this is really good for me. My body's like, yes, girl, time to bleed. Anyway, not a fan. So I'm treating myself this morning before we go to Salt Lake. It's like a 3.5 hour drive to Salt Lake, where I'm gonna be tonight. But I have a Starbucks gift card, so I'm gonna go to Starbucks, charge up my devices because I need to offload stuff from the GoPro. And I would like to edit some photos and stuff like that. And get a chai, get a little sandwich. Oof. Maybe I'll get a cheese Danish because theme of this trip is grief processing, and my dad would always get me a cheese Danish and get himself one, and I think of him anytime I eat a cheese Danish from Starbucks specifically. So, which is funny because I'm realizing he hated cheese, but there's no cheese, it's cream cheese, so it doesn't really matter actually. We are about to head out for Salt Lake City, in the Salt Flats. Sorry, I sat in that Starbucks for 3.5 hours. But I downloaded all the videos on my GoPro, deleted all the footage off the actual GoPro, so now I have so much space. Caitlin Bell. See that yet? She's so way down. Benny and the Jets. The latest blues. And all that do, you think I read it in a magazine. Oh, Benny and the Jets. Anyway, Benny. We're driving through Utah right now. Whole lot of lakes. And not a lot else. It is Thursday, July 18th, 2024, and I am at the Salt Lake in Utah, just outside of Salt Lake City. And I'm a little surprised by how gross it is. And I was in the visitor center reading, and the sand here is ooh, I'm forgetting the word now, but it's not broken up rocks. It is biomass and bird poop and things that have settled to the bottom of the lake and then gotten covered in salt and created little particles. So a little gross. I know it shouldn't be, but I find it a little gross. There was also a video playing in the visitor center with a lot of history of the area and different species, and I thought I was getting punked earlier, but on Antelope Island apparently there's buffalo, and I didn't know that, and so I was like, wow, I didn't, something new. And then I was watching this video, and it talked about this British scientist that in the 1800s brought two whales that he brought from San Francisco via train to the lake. There were a bunch of whales in the lake, and I was watching the video truly this cannot be true. Truly I'm getting punked, but I'm still a gullible gal, so I have to ask. And I asked the guy who was working there if it's true. He's like, no, I don't think so. He's really nice about it. He's like, but I looked it up and it's totally made up, and I was really close to falling for it, and I was like, oh my god, whales in the lake, insane. But it's made up. Here's the view. Can you hear the flies moving? Ugh, they're my toes. quite warm. I think it's super cool how these seagulls are like running close to the water, or close to the shore, and the ground, with their beaks like fully open to grab as many of these brine flies as they can. Oh, just pooped right there. I'm really glad that did not hit me. I guess that's the only thing I really have to be nervous of. The wind is picking up and all of these little flies are like pelting me from behind. And they were like going in my ears. I can't even turn around until the wind's down, or I'm gonna walk backward the whole way. I'm really trying not to think about it. It's like little tiny pricks in my back constantly. Absolutely zero chance I'm getting in the water here. Just like trying to run out of the getting pelted situation I was in. Had to run through this like mound of dead brine flies, and trigger warning, these are my feet covered in that's not sand, barely, the little gray stuff is sand. Everything else flies. Gross. So gross. The only thing that could be worse than a bunch of flies in my face is a bunch of big ass spiders. And guess what this place has? I'm not even getting closer than that. I refuse. I'll get some pictures though, because they are everywhere. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Everywhere. After the flies and the spiders, now this shower. Oh my god. It's just starting to... The wind's really picking up. This is going crazy. Oh my god, I have to get out of here. I'm trying to be positive. I'm really not liking this park. Possibly the worst $10 I have ever spent in my life to get into this state park. Except for the guy that worked at the visitor center was very nice and very nice to look at, so thank you for that. But the bugs in my ears, in my eyes, finding them on me, in my mouth, whatever, like, oh, and then escaping the bugs, the flies, to walk down a path and see the spiders. Oh, and then when I went to like go look at all the handrails are covered in spiders. Oh, and then when I went back to the visitor to use the bathroom, they're like, "Oh, high winds, use the back door, surrounded in spiders." Oh my god, you couldn't pay me to sleep here tonight. Like, I was like, oh, I'm looking for a place to sleep. No, never. Oh, terrible. Okay, of all the things that could be happening right now, I was going to go to a campsite that was gonna be like $10 a night, like really close to the edge of the salt flats, and I'm driving there and I have like 100 miles left in my car. And I see this, and I was like, I'll get gas at the next station. And I see the sign that says, like, last stop for gas for 66 miles. Should have enough to get there and back. It was like 30 miles there, 30 miles back. But, like, who knows about, like, the salt flat distance. With only 100 miles, I didn't want to risk it. I pull in, and this gas station is fully out of gas. Like, they are setting it up. They're working on setting it up as we go. I feel like they can see me making the video, which is really funny. But completely out of gas. And I went in and talked to the lady, and she was like, yeah, you know, I would turn back and go like 25 miles to get gas at the nearest town. There weren't a lot of places on iOverlander. The ones that were kind of sketchy, like BLM land, but there's like shotgun casings everywhere because people like go shooting on it. You know what? I haven't had a full body shower since I started this road trip on my own. So I'm gonna go to a hotel for the night. Craziness. Sometimes it happens that way. This is my first time in a hotel by myself, I think. Just a little bit creepy lighting. I'm gonna watch a show, go to bed early. I got some McDonald's for dinner. So I'm just like a little spooked in general, like being a solo woman in a hotel. Like in my head, I'm like, oh my God, Elena, like your fears, that's not like, you're overreacting, whatever. So I was like, I'll just look up crime statistics for the town, you know, that'll make me feel better. It did not make me feel better because it like pulled up the most nearby big town and it was like 2019 rapes 127. I was like, 127, should not have been looking that up. But this is my little setup, so a little extra. Can't even go down on that, push down on that and table. And I'm gonna sleep better tonight knowing that I have a couple extra precautions. We'll see what the morning brings. Good night.